So today we're going to be talking about Franklin, Tennessee, which was just rated number 8 best places to live by Money Magazine last year. So stay tuned. Hey guys, so it's Tiffany Gudger here with Tiffany Gudger Real Estate right here in Nashville, Tennessee. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything about Nashville and the surrounding areas, then make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click that little bell so you're notified first every time we do a new video. We get people reaching out to us all the time and we love it. So feel free to reach out, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, however you want to get a hold of us. We've got your back when moving to the Nashville and Middle Tennessee areas. So that would encompass today's topic, which is Franklin, Tennessee. Franklin has become one of the most popular places to move to in the Nashville area. If you don't know about Franklin, it's located just about 30 minutes south of Nashville, making it a pretty easy commute. One of the things that makes it so popular is its historic and beautiful downtown. There's lots of Victorian buildings over 16 blocks with wonderful architecture. There's lots of restaurants and shops and galleries, and you'll have to make sure when you go down there to check out some of my favorites like Gray's on Main, Puckett's Grocery, and 55 South. There's so much to do there. We have all kinds of shops and galleries and just stuff for everybody. Families, kids, couples. I know a lot of people that live in the area that come from all different walks of life, and there's something for everyone. Another big thing about downtown is it has lots of festivals, which if you're a people person and want to be in a historic district like that, these would be perfect for you to go to. There's things like the annual Main Street Festival with lots of vendors, entertainment, food. They have a pumpkin fest, the Christmas tree lighting, and they have what's called Dickens of a Christmas, which is Tennessee's largest outdoor Christmas festival. So just to name a few, there's lots of options right downtown in the historic district. Another big draw to Franklin is the low crime rates. The crime rates there are actually much lower than the national average and even the state average, which I know can be a big concern for people that are moving here with families. Just want to make sure everything's safe, and I can promise you that Franklin is one of the safest places in Tennessee and even in the country. So that also brings a lot of people to the Franklin area. Another thing would be the location. We kind of talked about it a little bit, but it's really close to Nashville without being in the hustle and bustle of the big city. It's in Williamson County, which is considered to have some of the best schools in the area and even in the state. It's ranked number 1 in the state for the counties with the best schools, actually. Always recommend that you do your own research on this kind of stuff. You can go to niche.com or greatschools.org and check this information out for yourself. But Franklin in general has really good schools that people seem to absolutely love. One of the drawbacks, I guess you could say, about Franklin is the cost of living. So the cost of living in Franklin is actually pretty high when compared to the national average. I will say that health expenses are a lot less in Franklin than in other areas, and the big increase for why the cost of living is so much higher is mostly due to home buying. So if you look at other aspects in comparison to the cost of living, Franklin's right along par with the national average, except for housing expenses. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that so many people are moving there and there's such a demand for homes there. Obviously, we all know it's a seller's market, and it's especially true here in Nashville, Middle Tennessee, and even more so Franklin. At the time of this video, the median home price in Franklin is $640,000. I actually looked on the MLS this morning to see kind of where prices start out at, and to get a decent 3-bedroom kind of on the outskirts of Franklin, you're looking at least the high 300s. So this is the biggest reason why Franklin has a high cost of living. I will say, if you've seen my other videos, you know that here in Tennessee, we don't have a state income tax, which is great. So it's another reason why people are moving here. And we do have a low property tax. So you might pay more for your property, but in comparison to property tax rates in other states, it's pretty low here. I will say that there are townhome and condo options too. Even still, those are going to run you pretty high in comparison to the national average. But if you want to live in Franklin, you're going to have to pay the price. And like I mentioned earlier, Franklin is a really family-oriented place, both downtown and throughout other places. However, it's also great for young couples and singles and retirees. I know people of all walks of life that live there, and they all love it. I've got a list of some things that I wanted to go over as far as things to do that cover all bases. First of all is the factory at Franklin. It actually used to be an old stove factory, and now it has tons of shops and restaurants, and it's like a big industrial indoor complex with lots of businesses, both local shops and small town businesses, which is a really fun place that people like to go check out on the weekends or when it's raining, because again, it's indoors and is a huge draw to the Franklin area. They also border the Harpeth River, which has great fishing and kayaking and for the kids to play and just go hang out and swim. So you don't have to drive very far to get in a decent body of water and take the dogs for a swim. The Harpeth River is just right there. Also, it has lots of historical parks and regular parks, but the history in Franklin is pretty awesome. During the Civil War, it was the site of a couple different battles, and there's a lot of history that they take pride in Franklin and like to show off. So for all you history buffs, it might be a good place to live just for that fact, but it's super informative for the kids, and I think adds to the feel of Franklin, since with all the history that it has there, they've kind of embellished it and owned it, and take pride in what Franklin stands for and where it came from. It was actually named for Ben Franklin, which I just learned in the last year. So that just even more speaks to the history that takes place there. There are farmers markets that are really, really fun. And there's lots of vendors there. So all kinds of options, not just, your typical vegetables and stuff, but little boutiques and vendors that sell their candles and all kinds of stuff. So there's lots of farmers markets events. It's home to Arrington Vineyards, which is our local Nashville vineyard. That is great to even take kids to. Make sure you bring a picnic and a blanket. There are tables and stuff, but there's just big fields for the kids to run and play, and people like to pack their picnics and buy some Tennessee wine while they're there. And so that's become a big attraction as well. And then one of the biggest festivals that they're known for is the Pilgrimage Music Festival. And it is a big deal in Franklin. We are back at it this year and having another one. This year, we've actually got Dave Matthews Band, the Black Keys, Maren Morris, and tons more. I think there's over 50 performers during the couple of days that they hold this festival every year in September. So, that being said, there's a lot to do in Franklin, and I know people that live there that don't even care if they ever leave Franklin to go do things, because there's so many options right there in Franklin. And finally, the last thing I want to mention is something that I think is really, really awesome about Franklin. And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know that I am a huge dog lover. We have 2 dogs of our own, and I am a crazy dog mom. Well, Franklin is considered to be a really pet-friendly neighborhood. They actually were the pilot city for the Better Cities for Pets program, which focuses a lot on getting local businesses to get together and come up with a community rules and regulations for allowing more pets into businesses. So whether you're coming from out of town or you live in Franklin and you've got dogs and you've got pets and you want to take them places, Franklin has actually opened their doors a lot more. I think there was like over 90 businesses downtown Franklin that became pet friendly after this initiative was started. They've put up pet waste disposal systems and trash bags and all that stuff all throughout the downtown. And it's just a really, really amazing thing. It's nice to see because I know people that love their pets don't like to go places without them. So now Franklin is considered a really, really pet-friendly neighborhood. So that being said, we've kind of covered a lot of information on Franklin. Again, cost of living is kind of high, but mostly just the house buying. There's lots to do. It's really safe. The schools are great. So if you have any questions about any of these things that we've covered today or anything else about Franklin, please let me know. Write in the comments below what you think, and if you have anything you'd like to add. Again, my name is Tiffany, and I'm here to help you however I can, but you have got to reach out. Again, shoot me a text, send me an email, give me a call, however you want to get a hold of me. I'm here to help and answer any questions you might have. So, until the next video, guys, we'll catch you later.